cute rabbits.
Hey everybody, we're gonna talk about the A-list.
Part 2.
Yee! Our first video has like 100 views.
Yeah, who knew this would be so popular? First thing that should be mentioned, remember this time when I was like, my wild theory is that Amber is a plant, and Megan was like, yeah, well, if that's the truth, then they really haven't set it up. I just want to point out first off that yes, Amber is a plant.
I disagree, because when we were talking about her being a plant, I was thinking like test tube, that she was like grown in like a petri dish or grown in that lab from the plant, because my thought was that when they were talking about like saving Midge, is I thought that maybe they had put Midge's like brain into a new body, like her body was wrecked and they had to like move her, and they figured out how to move her and make a plant person, but clearly not.
Yeah, and I think that Amber is like, that what they injected into Midge was like the consciousness of the plants of the island, and that they have a consciousness themselves, and that's what Amber is.
So I don't think that Amber's a plant, because I don't think that all of the things about Amber, like, I think that the plant was essentially the like radioactive spider bite. That the only thing that it adds to the table is like superpowers.
Let's be clear. So, Midge fell off a cliff and was dying.
Spoilers for the end of the first season of the A-list.
Yeah. And a group of scientists who were working in that lab took pheromones and like parts of the plant
from the island. This plant that has a unique pheromone and that communicates with each other in ways that they have never seen before. That is only on this island.
And it only exists on this island. And it's like all of the plants on the island communicate with each other. And they took DNA, some sort of substance from the plants, and injected it into Midge. Mm-hmm. And when they did that, she transformed into Amber. They were like, the Amber personality emerged, and she completely changed shapes. Like, she transfigured herself into Amber, and then started wreaking havoc. And bringing back... Wreaking havoc? Wreaking havoc? No, it's not wreaking.
Wreaking is wrecking. It's reeking.
Reeking is like when you smell. Weigh in. Is it wrecking havoc or wreaking havoc?
Like you reek, but you're not reeking. I mean, I guess you could use that tense, different word, homophone. Wrecking havoc? Absolutely not.
I don't know. Weigh in down there. I'm curious. I've always thought it was wrecking havoc.
Is this the Midwest or is this Mallory?
They injected her, the Amber personality emerged, and then brought everyone back to the island, somehow wiped their memories, and started putting this thing together. And we learned this all from the second counselor, not the lead counselor, Dave.
From the counselor who's not a counselor. She's a scientist who fixed Midge in the first place and came to watch Amber. It's an experiment. They wanted to see if they let Amber do this, what would happen.
Yeah, because they're curious about like what her powers are and what she can possibly do.
Which is weird.
Which is unsafe. They're putting a lot of children in danger. They're given a serum by the scientist counselor, and it's supposed to, like, she thinks it's going to get rid of the malevolent Amber, and they stab her, and what it does is splits Amber and Midge apart.
The injection that was supposed to like cure Midge instead broke all of the like good things about her into one half, and like did like a classic Jekyll and Hyde would be my theory for season 2.
It ends on like almost a literal cliffhanger.
Yeah, they're on a cliff, and Midge
is climbing up.
Yeah, she climbs up, and it's clear that she's like evil. Like Midge is the evil one.
So in the episodes since we last talked to you, we can go through a few things that happened that were interesting. So the crew went off to face off against Amber, and Petal, like, hardcore faced off against her and basically had her mind broken.
It was so sad.
It was
also
really
like
sad.
Kind of cute. She's like a dying toddler.
Amber faces off against Petal and breaks Petal's mind, and that exhausts her. Like, it wipes her out. And she goes to sleep in the camp, and everyone else also falls asleep because they're that connected. And then one of my favorite visual scenes happens when she wakes up, which is that she walks through the camp, and as she passes people, they also wake up. And so it's like they're all sleeping until, like, her wave of awakeness has hit them. And it's really cool visually, and it also, like, shows the complete control that she now has. Basically, Amber takes over the entire camp. Like, everyone but Mia. Dev decides, like, makes a decision to go to Amber.
To, like, give himself up.
Yeah. Because he thinks that it'll save everyone else so that they'll have a chance to escape on the boat. And props to this actor for being pretty good. Like, he was really good. So he was good and enjoyable as Dev, the, like, earnest guy who was kind of goofy. And then just his posture when he was sitting on that king throne, we were like, wow, he's evil. Like it was...
He's a douche.
Yeah.
It was
the
impressive.
switch to douche was very impressive. Then at the end, it is literally everyone except for Mia and the counselor who has, like, locked herself in the lab waiting for other people to respond. And so they are on the edge of the cliff where the party happened, and Mia is on the edge of the cliff, and Amber and all of her followers are facing off against her, and it's everyone. Luckily, Harry and Petal have gotten away on the boat with Luca?
Nope.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Think so.
He got beat up by a bunch of the guys who were all under Amber's control. Like, he faced off
Yeah,
against, like...
Dev and Luca went and, like, fought together.
No, he fought Dev.
Oh, or
Dev
he fought
was controlled.
Yep.
Yep.
So
he was maybe captured.
Yeah.
He was maybe captured, but it gave Harry and Petal a chance to get away.
Yeah.
And so they got away. And Mia's standing on the edge of the cliff, and she's basically like, okay, fine, you win. Make me do it. Or make them hurt me. And then realizes that for some reason, like, Amber can't. Amber cannot control Mia, and she can't force the other people she controls to, like, push Mia off the cliff. Which never gets explored, because that's literally when the whole show ends.
This show doesn't make any dang sense when you really think about it.
True.
And it only has one season, and the season was recorded in, like, 2017 or something. So who knows if we'll get a second season.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of questions. We also got no answers on Luca.
We really didn't get any answers on Lucas. I'm really upset about it, actually.
We got no answers on, like, so many things.
Yeah. Things that we don't understand at the end of the season. If their parents know they're back, or how that's working. Now that we know that it has indeed been a year later, and that Amber did bring them all back, and that the scientists just sat and watched it happen.
Which is wild.
Also, near the end of the season, she gets a message from the other scientists that they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't know what's going to go on with
to,
that.
Like, save.
Yeah, to save all the kids. We don't know anything about Luca, which is unfortunate. Like, he was so mysterious.
To the very end.
And
he disappears, he leaves, and then he comes back.
Yeah.
He's clearly very invested in this group.
Yeah.
But who knows why. He also clearly just picked an island that he thought was deserted to hide from something.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because
completely
he
unrelated.
knew that the camp had been closed and was surprised to see it open. But if everything just happened last year, like...
That's why I'm not sure if
what
it
doesn't
did.
make sense.
Like, I'm not sure if it did all just happen last year because of this, like, 90s equipment thing that never got talked about, and this, like, would it really only take them a year to fix Midge if they're using all this experimental science?
Was strange.
So there's a lot of questions here, and I don't know if they'll ever be answered. Especially if people just watch our video instead of watching the A-list, it'll probably never happen.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched the A-list, you should go watch it, because we'd like a season 2 with some answers.
Yeah. It was a weird show, but I would watch a season 2 of it for sure.
Yeah, you could end this.
End it now.
We'll see you tomorrow.